Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Motivation Hub channel, season 2, Rendezvous with Sai Krishna. And today we are very happy to have with us Dr.K. Shantha Kumari Ma'am. There is a short introduction about the ma'am. Ma'am, today we are very happy to have your talk on my channel, ma'am, on teaching the language through literature because a lot of people need this literature and this language skills to develop in their life, and this will definitely help to grow as a person, not only as a person but to grow as a intellectual person and to have a better future in their lives. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our request and joining us in this episode. So today we have with us Dr.K. Shantakumari ma'am, MA, MPhil, PGDC, PhD, and ma'am is working as an assistant professor and deputy head in PV Siddhartha College of Arts and Science. And ma'am specializations are Commonwealth literature and she completed her MPhil PhD from Acharya Nagarjuna University and did her postgraduate diploma in communicative English from University of Hyderabad and passed on distinction. And she's an ongoing research and updated in literary knowledge, and her specialities are ICT based learning and teaching and group teaching. She's that is the specialities of her. So, ma'am, today we are very happy to have you on my channel, ma'am, and to give your wonderful talk on language and the importance of language and literature for the youth, ma'am. Thank you so much for immediate accepting and giving your valuable time and talk on my channel, ma'am.
Thank you, Sai Krishna. First of all, I would like to thank you for such a comprehensive introduction. So I'm really fortunate to be with you today because when you started the channel podcast series, I remember I had sent a message that I
Yes,
wish you
yes,
all the best.
yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm very happy that you are doing something fruitful, not wasting your lockdown time. So I'm very, very happy. At the very outset, I thank Sai Krishna for inviting me to give a lecture on teaching language through literature. So it's my pleasure and honor to be with you, Sai Krishna, today. So shall we start, or do I need to wait for some time?
Yes, we'll start, ma'am. Shall I open the PowerPoint, ma'am?
Yeah, please. Can we have PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah, today's topic is teaching language through literature. So, literature, by its definition, is a reflection of life. And from the dictionary, there is a definition of literature written artistic works, especially those with a high and lasting artistic value. So, literature is actually very beautiful to study. But many youngsters, since this media is so much in flourishing today, nobody takes interest in reading books. So literature being a very, very important and interesting aspect, I want all the students or all the youngsters to read many books. Please cultivate the habit of reading books. And many people feel that only professional courses are very important. But even IAS officers and IPS officers, when they are preparing for their jobs and all, they have separate paper on literature wherein they write exclusive essays on given topics. So let us come back to the definition of literature once again. It's a reflection of life. And through literature, we can see society. It's a mirror to the society. And literature is an effective tool to bring social change in the society. So through literature, we can bring social change in the society. So literature being a very, very effective tool can change the social setup of the society. And we have four major genres in literature. One is prose, fiction, drama, and poetry. Prose, for, for that matter, deals with essays, okay, talks, in the TV or radio, and fiction deals with all kinds of fantasy, imagination. Drama, we find dialogues, characters, And in drama, we also have people enacting. So they represent something on stage. Poetry, most of the people like this genre because poetry, through poetry, we can emote our, we can just put our emotions out. So we have imagery, symbolism, and in poetry. So prose, as I said, deals with essays, speeches, talks. So essays deals with many like the essays like father of English essay Francis Bacon have written so many essays, and in each and every essay is like a pearl. And the style of writing an essay by Francis Bacon, actually the father of essay is Montaigne, but the genre is popularized by Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon, when he started writing essays, he happened to put of studies, of youth and age, of friendship, of marriage and single life, like that. He used to write very small and crisp essays, and each line can be spread into several other sentences. So the style of Francis Bacon is very uh, the style of Francis Bacon is called the aphoristic style, meaning crisp and very short sentences. Each sentence is filled with many other sentences. That is what we say. Speeches and important people, they give speeches and talks on specific topics in All India Radio or TV channels and all. And those speeches are published in the form of books. For example, Virginia Woolf's Room of Unsworn is a speech, and Professions for Women by Virginia Woolf is also a speech. Okay, so she used to address working women, and she addressed them, and that particular speech is published in the form of a literary piece. And talks also, talks are very very motivating talks. So public speeches, dialects and idiolects, register, style, four kinds of meaning. Four kinds of meaning, what do we generally when you read something, what you are trying to get out of it? Four kinds of meaning. One is sense, what is the intention of the author? And feeling and tone, what is his feeling, what is his tone of conveying the message? So public speeches motivate youngsters. Not only youngsters, many people are motivated by public speeches. And dialect is nothing but a group of people speak one particular language. Okay, idiolect, it's a individual difference. For example, Sai Krishna also speaks Telugu, I also speak Telugu. But we have individual difference in speaking that particular language. That is called idiolect. Register. Register is nothing but poetic register, political register, scientific register, and all. For example, if you take any definition from science, let us take hybridization. Hybridization is a process of redistribution of energy. Atomic orbitals of same or almost same energy will combine together to form a new set of hybrid orbitals. They possess same shape, same energy, and similar bonding characters. So when you are writing that particular definition, you cannot change the vocabulary because that is a scientific diction. Okay, and when you have like literary diction like this, see, uh, books are good friends. Okay, our book is the best friend. So like that, that's a literary language, literary register. Okay, style also, every writer have different style. For example, let us take John Milton. John Milton have a grand style. So he is a person who happened to introduce high style vocabulary, very grand style we come across when you read Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained. So all his books are of a different value. So apart from all these things, we also have four kinds of meaning. Whatever is the book, whatever is the topic, whatever is the lecture, whatever is the presentation, every writer must follow these four basic rules. What is the sense of his writing? What he is trying to convey? What he is trying to like put forth? And then intention. What is his intention? Why he has chosen that particular theme to write? And feeling, what is his feeling towards a particular incident? For example, something happened in the society which is very painful. Okay, so the writer would like to project that through his poem, or through his prose piece, or through his fiction. So what he takes is, he takes that particular theme and he will put his feelings in his own way. That is the feeling of the writer. And tone must be always convincing. When the reader happen to read the book, that should be convincing. And writer's tone is very very important. And when he speaks also, when he addresses also, he must follow a kind of like moderate tone so that people will understand what is his intention. Shall we go for the next slide? Sai Krishna, can we go for the next slide? Yes. Apart from these literary aspects, we also have vocabulary. Today's topic is teaching language through literature. You may ask me a question, Madam, we read lot of literature. For example, we have Commonwealth literature. We read many texts. How can we pick up language? See, language will come to anybody. First point you should remember is you have to listen. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the four basic skills of language. So, how do you learn language? When you listen properly. Okay, child learns language from mother. Mother is the first teacher. Whatever she speaks, we follow her, right? So, listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the four basic skills of language where you start learning language by listening, right? So when you start listening to somebody explaining something which is related to text, okay, what do? You pick up certain words. So first thing what you get out of your listening is the vocabulary. How these people are framing the sentences. How the teacher is framing the sentence. How she is able to convey. How he is able to convey the message what she or he wanted to convey. So first point is vocabulary. Vocabulary is very very important. Of course, there are so much of variation in terms of vocabulary when you take American accent, American words, and then British English. For example, we say escalator. Okay, as far as British vocabulary is concerned, we say escalator, but Americans will say elevator. We say notice board, but they say bulletin board. Okay, we say schedule, they say schedule. Okay, so like that, and we say luggage, but Americans say baggage. So same thing, but we use different vocabulary for that, right? So that is one. So you are supposed to learn the differences between the American language and British English, right? Next comes grammar. Grammar is also very very important. Grammar is all about the set of rules. Okay, you follow some set of rules. For example, when you are driving a car, so you are supposed to drive only left. Okay, and you have steering. Okay, you have steering at right side, and you are supposed to go. Okay, on the way. And if red light is there, you are supposed to stop. Green light is there, you are supposed to go. Like that, there are some set of rules. Otherwise, what do? You may meet with an accident, right? So there are certain rules and regulations when you frame or when you frame a sentence, right? So you are supposed to frame a sentence according to grammar. So when you talk speaking to somebody, you being a literature or being a language student, you cannot afford to commit mistakes because you should learn language perfectly, right? Then pronunciation is also very very important. For example, see, many of us in Indian context, many of us will say girl. It's not girl. R is not audible. Okay, it should be pronounced girl. Okay, it should be pronounced world. It should be pronounced not world. It is world. So pronunciation also matters. For example, suggestion. Actually, many of us will pronounce, even the educated people will pronounce it as suggestion. It is not suggestion, it is suggestion. And it is not issue, it is issue. So this is pronunciation. So according to IPA, Indian Phonetic Alphabet, and RP, received pronunciation, you must pronounce certain words as it is already like framed. For example, when you refer to dictionary, there will be a phonetic transcription. According to phonetic transcription only, you must pronounce the words, right? So this is how it is. Here I would like to quote a small example. There is a foreigner, and another man is also going along with him. He is from some other place. Okay, let us take he is from India. So they are going by a car. So they have a painting, like a modern painting is displayed on a hoarding. Then the Indian said the painting is very vague. Then foreigner immediately corrected. You should not pronounce it as vegu. It is vague. Okay. Uh, then the foreigner, like they are just going. Meanwhile, he said, like he said, the painting is very vague, he said, and he was corrected that you should not pronounce it as vague, it should be pronounced as vague. Okay, then the argument is going on between them. So the foreigner and the Indian is arguing about the pronunciation. Then immediately the Indian said, then let us not argue. Actually, argue must be pronounced as argue. But he said, since he was corrected earlier, he said, let us not argue. No, no, you should not pronounce this particular word as arg. It should be pronounced as argue. Then he said, I'm really very sorry. That is slip of my tongue. Actually, you should pronounce it as tongue. It is not tongue. So the pronunciation of English is very, very difficult, and it has its unique way of pronunciation. You must pronounce that particular word as it is, right? So there are a few exceptions where you have to pronounce that particular word like that. Okay. So many people would pronounce the word remuneration as remuneration. It is not remuneration, it is remuneration. Okay. And sometimes we tend to do that. Okay. Even me, despite knowing that I should not pronounce that particular word, issue is wrong, but still there are certain times where even I pronounce as issue. That is wrong. So you should pronounce the word properly. Okay. Then spelling also is very, very important. Okay. There are a few letters which are silent in the word. For example, psychology. Okay. Psychology. Bouquet. Okay. Bouquet, at the end we have the letter T, but that particular T must not be pronounced. Okay. Bouquet is bouquet, that's all. Okay. And then psychology, you have PSY in the beginning, but those PSY letters shouldn't be pronounced. Okay. Spelling is different from pronunciation. Okay. And you also have a very, very important word, daily routine we use, knowledge. Knowledge starts with the letter K, but K is not audible, right? So these are the four aspects related to language. So you get all these information from literature. When you start reading many books, when you start reading so many books, automatically you get to know different styles from the writers. Not only books related to literature, any information, any literature for that matter. For example, now we are facing COVID-19 situation, right? So there are so many articles, and recently our student also from BV Siddhartha College have sent me a very nice article on COVID-19, and she has got an Instagram page, and I happen to read, and what a survey she has done to write that particular article. So I appreciated her. So like that, you should pick up a language. Okay, nobody asked her to write, but she responded to the situation and she started writing. So when you start writing something, you get to know more words. Okay. So as Francis Bacon always say, reading maketh a full man. So when you start reading, you become a full man. Conference ready man. When Sai Krishna asked me, Madam, I would like to have a session with you, I said, okay, let me talk something related to literature so that people will get to know there are few other courses apart from professional courses. Okay. Reading maketh a full man. Conference. Ever ready to converse with anybody. Conference, uh, like conference as a ready man, writing an exact man. Okay, if you when you start writing perfectly, you are an exact man. So reading, okay, talking, reading, speaking, writing are the skills which anybody should acquire, because today everyone is expected to speak in English. Everyone is expected to conversate in English because English has become a global language. It's the need of the hour that we must speak in English, right? So this is a small background about vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, spelling, and you can connect all these four aspects with literature. Okay, literature, I have already discussed that we have four genres, that is prose, fiction, poetry, and drama. So these are the four genres where you can explore like different styles of writings from different writers, right? So can we go for the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Here is an interesting topic for you. So we all are Indians. So it's obvious that we commit errors. We are not native speakers of English. See, here I would like to give a small example. Many of us will say that double cot mancham.
Yeah.
Double cot itself is cot. Why mancham again? Double cot mancham. And many of us will say mole turning, mole antane turning, mole turning, pakka side. So these are few words which we cannot avoid because that is there in our daily routine, right? So Indianism is there. Whatever I speak, I am not a perfect English speaker because I am not a native speaker of an English, right? Speaker of an English. So this is how we come across different situations in life. Okay, we come across so many mistakes. So when you start learning any language, not only English, any language for that matter, what you need to do is you're supposed to kill the language. You're supposed to murder the language. Then only you're supposed to dissect the language. Then only you come across the mistakes what you have committed. Let us go and see few sentences where we generally commit errors. Are you coming to my house for dinner tonight? Actually, this is where actually you're supposed to put the question mark. And we have a tendency to put the word no at the end. No? Are you coming to my house for dinner tonight? No. So that is wrong usage. It's an Indianism. A tendency to add no before the end of every question. You should not put no before the end of every question. Okay. She is fully tired. She is fully tired. The message is conveyed. Why again? Yeah. She is fully tired. Yeah. But again, an exclamatory. So these two are unnecessary. Man, she is very tired or completely tired. Unnecessary usage of yeah, which is different from yeah. So you should avoid using yeah. Unnecessary use of yeah. My mother said to me to go to the market. So that's the sentence. My mother asked me to go to the market. So you should not use the word said here. Said is wrong. My mother asked me to go to the market. I didn't went to school today. I didn't went to. Went is past tense. Okay, incorrect verb conjugation. I didn't go to school today. You did not go. You didn't go to school today, right? Then, just like only I went to my uncle's place. ఊరికే అలా వెళ్ళొచ్చాను. So just like only I went to my uncle's place. That's a wrong usage. I went to my uncle's house for the heck of it. Okay, just like that I went. So you should not use the spoken language when you frame a sentence, right? I'm having a lot of work now. I am having a lot of work. Having is wrong. I have a lot of work now. Having is something you're having. You're having food. So the word, the usage of having is wrong there. I have a lot of work now. Let us go to the next slide, Sai Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it happening with my own two eyes. So we have a tendency in Telugu always we say, "Na kallato nenu chusanu." So you wanted to say that it happened right in front of me is the right usage. Literal translation of what you thought in your mind in Telugu. Okay, that is wrong. So English have a different idiom. Okay, it has a different structure. Okay, for example, we say నేను అన్నం తిన్నాను, తెలుగులో నేను అన్నం తిన్నాను అని చెప్తాం. కానీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మనం ఏం చెప్తాం? I ate food. నేను తిన్నాను అన్నం. That is the structure of English. We cannot change it, right? So literal translation always like is wrong. Okay, you should not literally translate the sentence into the English. Mother tongue influence shouldn't be there when you are framing the sentences. Yesterday I will be going for a movie. Yesterday is Ninna. I will be going for a movie. Will is future tense, right? Yesterday I went for a movie. Incorrect tense usage. Yesterday I went for a movie. It's already happened action. Okay. She couldn't be able to help you. She was unable to help you. Couldn't means unable. Couldn't be able to is a wrong usage. Okay. Many people will say I can be able to do that. I can itself is you are able to. Right. So I can be able to is a wrong usage. She was unable to help you. Incorrect verb conjugation. I like listening music otherwise. Meant I like to listen to music. Listen is always followed by to. Listen to music. Preposition. To is dropped in the first in the mentioned sentence. So and music doesn't have a plural form. Musics, no musics. Music itself is a plural form. Right? So I like listening to music. My mother made me to study hard. My mother ensured that I studied hard. Made me study hard is wrong usage. My mother ensured that I studied hard. Okay. Before me, there are two brothers. Then is me. Three more sisters are coming. What is the sentence? So his intention is, what was it mean? I have two elder brothers. Okay. before you, there are two brothers. Okay, I have two elder brothers and three younger sisters. That is what he mean to say. Okay, కానీ మనం ఏం చెప్తాం నా తర్వాత ఇద్దరు చెల్లెలు. So you convert the whole sentence literally from Telugu to English. That is where you commit many errors. So avoid thinking in Telugu while you are framing English sentence. Start thinking English itself because you know the basic rules of English language. Let us go to the next slide, Sai Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. This is a very important thing. Every time, whenever you interact with anybody, you ask, "What's your good name?" In Hindi, you ask, "Aapka shubh naam kya hai?" So you literally translate that sentence from Hindi to English. What's your name? Transliteration from Hindi is not advisable. So, what's your good name is actually a translation of Aapka Shubh Naam Kya Hai in Hindi. You shouldn't use such kind of sentences in English. I am professional cooker. What is this? I am a professional cook, he meant to say, meaning a chef. The explanation for this is when you can say footballer, singer, lecturer, cricketer, player, teacher. So teach, teacher, play, player, cricket, cricketer. So same is the case with cook, cooker. We added that. But that is not right. That's wrong. So all these profession names ends with an ear. Why can't we say cooker? So that's it. I'm a professional cook. You should not use cooker. My uncle is on top of my father. What is this? Actually, my uncle lives on the floor above us. That is what he means to say. My uncle lives on the floor above us. So my uncle is on top of my father. That's the sentence because you literally translated that particular sentence into English. Next. Go to the next slide. Where are you put up? Someone who wants to know where do you stay? In which area of city? Where are you put up? Someone wants to know where do you stay? Sheila herself only did this project. Sheila did this project without any help. Sheila did this project all by herself. These two are right. Where your house comes? Where is your house? Can you give me directions to your house? Okay. Instead of asking where your house comes, can you give me directions to your house? That is a proper way of questioning or asking. I passed out last year from college. I graduated last year from college. Is the right usage. Next. Let us go. Yeah. So these are few Indianisms where we commit errors. So I just wanted to make you understand that this is what is happening around us, right? So this is a brief about literature and how we can teach language through literature, right? So with this, I end my presentation, Sai Krishna. If you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
any doubt, you can
Yes, ma'am.
definitely ask. Yeah,
Yes,
with your permission, I would like to say something.
yes, ma'am.
Actually,
Sure. Sure, ma'am. Please go ahead.
many people do not know that there is a course called MA English Literature. Don't think that I'm doing it as a promotional thing, but many youngsters do not know that you have a bright future through MA English Literature, right? So when you browse internet, you browse the institutions from Chennai and other institutions. You cannot. It is not easy to get seat in MA English, but unfortunately, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, we do not have much people who have taste for literature. And of course, people who studied literature after completion of 2 years course, they are placed in a better positions compared to professionals. There are so many professionals who cannot do anything, but people or the students who studied literature are well placed. You have 100% placements in MA English Literature course. So if anybody is interested, whoever is watching this video, can definitely refer to some of their websites. And PB Siddhartha Arts and Science College is also offering this particular course. If anybody is interested, kindly contact us through Sai Krishna. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Sai Krishna, for giving me this opportunity
Yes.
that I
Yes.
can share something about literature and I can share something about language. I'm really grateful to you because I am not well from past 14 days. But when you pinged me, when you asked me, Madam, can you please do it for me? I thought,
Yes.
okay, let me do it for Sai Krishna because whatever you do
Yes.
it with much clarity and do it
Yes.
with much passion. That is what I like in you most. So
Thank you so
I
much, ma'am.
really congratulate you, Sai Krishna, for the efforts what you have taken to
Yes,
run this podcast series.
yes,
And
ma'am.
I'm really honored that you remembered me,
Yes,
that madam can do something for my channel.
yes.
Really, I'm always there for you. I am always
Thank
support you.
you.
Always support you. And
Yes,
really,
ma'am.
thank you so much for the opportunity once again,
Yes,
Sai
ma'am.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Its pleasure is all mine, ma'am, because a lot of people are worrying about how to speak in English because the main worry of the kid who is graduating or who has been post graduated also, for when he's going to the placement, when he's going for the interviews, a lot of people are approaching me, how are you able to talk in English like this? How did you got this English? How can you put that towards how what is difference between pronunciation? What is different between the modulations? What is the difference between our axial and the American axial? So there's a lot of questions will be raised in generally for the youth. So I thought it's very important to give them a little knowledge about the literature. As you said, literature keeps us very happy because reading books, getting the knowledge that make us grow as a person, not only as a person but as intellectually we have the great knowledge about the books, and the different languages helps us to grow our memory also. So I thought it will be very helpful for the people who want to pursue their careers in literature as well and to know about more regarding literature. Thank you so much, ma'am. This is really helpful for all the people who develop their skills into the English and who want to study the literature in their future generations. That definitely helps because literature has its main importance in all the fields. In India, especially, we are like this because of the literature. Without literature, nothing goes out. Because in every field, when we take not only in the teaching field but in all the fields, like even in the big corporate companies, they are hiring literatures because literature makes them physically and mentally so strong of a person by their writings and by their words. And today you have made that, ma'am, with your words. You really help many people to understand the correct axial, to understand the correct words, to understand the correct sentence formation in English, and that definitely helps to a lot of people to grow and to use their communication skills and their literature skills in their placements. Ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. A heartful thanks for giving your valuable time on this channel, ma'am. That definitely helps a lot of people. Thank you so much, ma'am. All the very best, ma'am. And my one question is, ma'am, what are the great books we can learn in terms to develop the English and literature? What are the best books you suggest, ma'am?
There are so many books, Sai Krishna, but for the grammar learners, I would suggest that you please go through Ren and Martin. It's a basic grammar book. And for reading like simple English and all, you have short story collection by Shashi Deshpande, and you have so many short story collections so that you can have interest. And then Edgar Allan Poe short stories. And if anybody is interested to read classics and all, you can read Shakespeare's all plays. So 37 plays of Shakespeare, a collection is available. And of course, you enjoy reading Shakespeare. Okay, Shakespeare stood test of times. Whoever reads that the plays of Shakespeare would feel that yes, he's talking about me. The characters are so natural, and there are so many other books which can really give you a confidence. And there are so many personality development books like I would always consider Wings of Fire by Abdul Kalam as a personality development book. And you also have My Experiments with Truth by Mahatma Gandhi. And you also have My Story by Kamala Das. Of course, many girls would like to read that particular book because it's an open book. Her life, Kamala Das' life is open for all. So there are so many books where you can really enjoy reading. Okay. So essays are there, Francis Bacon's essays, and so many essays are available. Youngsters are there, and recent author who got Booker Prize, Aravind Adiga, he is from India, and he happened to write a book called The White Tiger. Very, very important book. And then, of course, a White Tiger almost reflects the story of Slumdog Millionaire. And there are so many English movies, or the thoughts of English writers have taken in the form of a movies. Okay, Telugu movies are also there. And you have Astachama movie. Actually, that is a book written by Oscar Wilde, The Importance of Being Honest. So
Oh,
same story being taken in the form of a movie. So there are so many so many directors who tend to read English literature and they wanted to implement the thought of English literature in the Telugu movies as well. So this is how few important books are there. If anybody is interested, can definitely contact us. We have department library as well, apart from having a big centralized library. And if anybody is interested to join the course, and if anybody is interested to know something about literature, can definitely get back to us. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
SAIKRISHNA.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This means a lot, ma'am. Thank you so much. Wish you to be very happy and safe and all the very best, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for enlightening us with your words on this session. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, SAIKRISHNA. I wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.